Alright boyos, welcome back to ARMA 3. This is the virtual arsenal inside ARMA 3, and I decided to make a video this way mainly because we've not really played the World War II mod since the last video I made, and people really loved it, and I want to show you more content, but me playing by myself is super boring because there's just it's just gonna be me, and I would show you this in the editor in Eden, which is the editor for Arma 3. However, I am so bad at it, and I don't even know like how to spawn empty vehicles and stuff, so I'm just going to do it in the virtual arsenal, which I guess the terrain doesn't really matter to you as long as, you know, you can see the vehicles. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you all the vehicles, the static weapons, the airplanes that are in the CSA 38 mod. And then in a video that's going to come next week, I'll show you all the infantry, and I'll show you the gun sounds, the uniforms, the helmets, the backpacks, everything that has to do with infantry and their weapons and everything. And then hopefully in between this video and the infantry video, or maybe very soon, shortly after the infantry video, I can show you another mission that we did. It's just that I can't do one by myself. I need a group of people, and we've just been very busy doing other stuff. We just switched mod packs and everything, so it's hard for me to get a couple people together and do the World War II thing. Last but not least, what I should mention is that I'm not only using the CSA 38 mod, I'm also using JSRS, which is a very amazing sound mod. So if you hear any different sounds, not so much the gun sounds, but like, for example, engines from tanks or vehicles, all like the faraway sounds, explosions and stuff, they have all been edited by JSRS. An amazing sound mod, and if you like sounds and you like orgasmic sounds, definitely go check out JSRS. Okay, well, that's the intro for this video. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start off here at the Weald, and we're going to make our way down over here, of course skipping the naval because there's nothing here to show you, and of course skipping the helicopters because obvious reasons. 1938, there were no helicopters for the any of the nations involved in World War II, which wasn't even World War II at that point, but you get my joke, or you get my point. Okay, so we're going to start with the wheeled vehicles. Of course, please do bear with me. I have quickly looked over all of these vehicles, but I can't promise I can find them all really quickly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just like quickly do like a 360 of all of these vehicles, 360 no scope, so you guys have a like nice 3D way of like seeing what's going on. And then what we're going to do, can we spawn like a driver? Okay, that's how that works. And then we're just going to try, so we're going to, I love how HD those boxes are. Look at how HD that is. Right, so now we're in the Opel Blitz. I'm gonna start her up. Just drive around for a good couple of seconds. Just gonna do a 360 with the thing. Press X. Nice wheel brake. Gonna check out the inside of this vehicle. I mean, I'm naked. That's just to spoil, to not, actually I should probably put on some clothes, shouldn't I? Hang on, fuck it. We'll put on some, I don't want to look too naked. I'll just be, oh, hang on. Hang on. There we go. Now at least now we won't be naked. So that's the Opel Blitz, the ammo truck. Now we're going to the Opel Blitz closed, which allows infantry to be sat in it. So we're just going to get back into the driver's seat again. Let's drive around a little bit. Same sounding truck, but now at least I have a uniform on, which is good. Uniforms are still very much work in progress according to the creators of this mod, so please bear with them as they're, you know, working on their project. But what I can do is get out and get in the back. Show you this really quickly. I like how there's a mirror right here, or a glass thing. You can actually look into the cabin, which is pretty cool because that also means that you can just like look around over here. You can also, if I go back out, oh, there you go. I can show you the driver's seat, and then look behind me. You can actually see the people sitting inside there, which is I don't know. I just think that's really, really cool. I don't know. I just like that like realism thing. Okay, then garage. To the next one. The Opel Blitz fuel. I'm not gonna really like show you much about it. It's like besides like the inside It's just like a fuel-loaded truck with 200-liter drums. You know, it's gonna sound the same. Don't worry about it. All right, then the Opel Blitz Open, which is again for transport of infantry. It's basically the Opel Blitz Closed, but it's, you know, like it doesn't have the hood on it. And then it's the Opel Blitz Open 2, which I think is a more used version. I'm not really sure. It's just, I guess, to like have infantry not fall out of the back if something were to happen to the truck. So that's all the wheeled vehicles. They should all basically sound the same. These are not correct. You can't fit 27 people in here. But yeah, really nice detailing. Oh, I should listen. Like, hang on. And there's the horn. I didn't show the horn yet. All right, then the garage. We're going to skip tracked vehicles because that's definitely the most, and that's probably the most anticipated. So fuck you. We're going to go to fixed wing, which I think is really cool. These are all the same aircraft, though. As you can see, they're all the Avia B534. So I'm not going to like fly all of them. I'll just fly one of them. Let me fly the. Okay, I know in the editor, one of them has bombs. The editor has a lot more allowance for stuff. None of these has bombs, sadly enough. So all I can do is just let you listen. Hang on, maybe if I actually pick the German one. Give me 1 second. As you can see, I'm very low in the cockpit for some reason. I cannot look outside, so you'll have to fly this from third person. I do have a machine gun on this. That's JSRS right there. You can hear the sounds from like the bullets whizzing past. Yeah, that's CMG. It's just a single one, and then we're gonna get this thing going. I'm just killing my FPS right now with the smoke. And we're gonna get this thing going if we can. I don't think the way we got this to work in the game was to spawn them in air, and then the mission editor would take command of the pilot in there. I know how to take off aircraft. I mean, I've done it before a lot actually, but for some reason I can't get this thing to work. But basically, I just like wanted to show you like the sounds and see like the smoke effects, which actually are very lag creating, by the way, and like show you that it actually has a machine gun. And as I said, you can actually also give this thing bombs. So it actually becomes a small bomber. You can fit 6 10-kilogram bombs, which comes down to like 6 22-pound bombs, I think, if we're going to go off the pound system. All right, so that's the aircraft, basically. There's not really much to show you because they're all the same, but they're just different skins of the same aircraft. Then, as I said, naval has nothing. Static weapons is actually quite cool. We have a PAC 35-36, which we'll just fire. Which just sounds amazing. We'll just sit at the front here. Let's hang on. That sound, like, best sound effect, by the way. That is JSRS kicking in, and it's fucking amazing. Anyway, that's the PAC 35-36. As you can see, it does have a room for a very big crew. Right now, you cannot tow this thing, but they're trying to figure out ways to do that. Then there's the Granatwerfer, which is an 8-centimeter one. We'll just fire this. Doesn't sound special. The explosions will sound really good. Listen to this. You can hear the shell flying down to Earth again, and then impacting, which I think is like a really cool thing. All right, then we have the other mortar for the Czechs. Now there's not much I can do to, you know, I guess I can fire it, but you're not going to get anywhere. Like, it's the same sound effect, so. There's some shrapnel actually came close to my head here. All right, so that's the Czech mortar. Moving down, we have the 9-centimeter mortar, which is a World War I one, which I think you see used in how do you say that, in Battle of Empires. This is a really weird aiming system. Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh god, that sounds heavy as shit. No? Nothing gonna... I was expecting this thing to hit me somewhere. Let's see how close I can get. It should be like over here. Hang on. There we go. Alright, now let's listen. Let's just... We gotta wait for 30 seconds, so I'm just gonna run over there, I guess. Try and listen for the explosion. So that was a bigger mortar for sure. Oh, well. Since we're very far away, it's hard to get explosion, but you get the point. You get the point of the mortars. They're just... this is actually a pretty insanely awesome thing. Then we have the HMG Model 37. Which I think is the BESA machine gun that you see on some of the British tanks in Men of War. That sounds amazing. I should probably put in some earplugs. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, this thing is a murderer, and this is just terrible. Like, we've run into a machine gun once in one of the missions I didn't release, and it's just not fun. It's actually just it's not good for your brain. That was actually AT ammo as well. It said anti-tank ammo. All right, so that's one of the machine guns. Then this machine gun should basically, that's just the same machine gun but without a bipod. This is actually a thing that looks a lot like a Maxim or a Vickers. These are the same ones, but just on different tripods. But I'll just let you listen to this one, which is the same one as the other two I just showed you. Again, fires very, very, very quickly. That's not going to be good for your brain when that thing, what that thing does to you. It's not going to be good for you. All right, so that's the Vickers kind of machine gun. Then we have the LMG 26, which there's no pods for, so I'm not going to show you these. It's a bit awkward. This is going to be awesome. The MG34. It actually shows the ammo being loaded in. You'll see that here on the left. Watch this. I think. Oh, no wait, that was something else. I'm confusing. Anyway, you can just spray this thing, which is terrible. I cannot imagine an MG42, which would have an even higher fire rate than this. And there we go, now we're gonna reload. But yeah, that's fucking insane. You have the periscope, which is a viewer, but right now it's kind of glitched out, as you can see. So that's all the static weapons. Last but not least, of course, then we have the tracked vehicles, which a lot of you probably are looking forward to the most. I'm not sure. This is like this is an ARMA thing. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, well, I'm gonna try pronouncing these. I should probably get quite far with these ones, although these ones probably a little bit less. I don't know what this means. I don't know what KL stands for, but I mean, this stands for Panzerbefehlswagen 1 Ausführung A, which means as much as like armored command vehicle 1 edition or version A, which is the Panzer 1 without any weaponry on it. It's a command tank. I'm not sure why what the KL stands for. I can't tell you, but let's just drive it around, right? Oh, there you go. Makes really cool sound, I think. It doesn't do much else than that, you know, it just drives. Thing is, the tanks are pretty glitchy, as you can see. You can actually do some nice I should... Pardon me. Sorry, as you can see, you can do some nice spins. Wow, pardon me. My apologies. As you can see, the tank mechanics are not really worked out yet. It's still an alpha, but they do sound pretty good. I'm not even sure if this is JSRS or the actual mod itself. But that's the Panzer 1 command tank. And then we have the Panzer 2, which is a whole lot bigger, as you can see. It actually makes, this is like basically the size of a, like, hang on. This thing is like the size of like a person. It's a little bit smaller. Now, if we get to Panzer 1B, here it is. We're gonna try this, and we're gonna get out. You can already see that the tank has definitely gone a little bit bigger. You can actually almost stand, and like the vehicle is like, let's say like half a meter higher. This actually has a machine gun in it. So let's get inside. There's actually 3 people I can sit. Holy shit. Okay, there's a gunner, which is a pretty obvious spot. MG34, of course, so that's going to be causing epilepsy attacks for people. Sorry about that. That's the gunner spot, obviously. Then we have the commander seat, which I'm not really sure, which I guess just means he sits like in the top of the cupola. Even though you can't see him yet, you can do like a full 360 without, you know, turning the tank. And then the driver, of course, gets to drive the thing. Oh, wait, that's cool. Wait. Oh, that's awesome. That is really, really cool. Like, you can drive around in your command tank. You can wear a Panzer uniform, which I'm not going to show you, because I'm going to show you that in the next video. Or actually, you know what? It needs to be realistic, in my opinion. Let's get a... No. Now, I'm already fucking showing you this already, so I kind of screwed myself. Where the hell is the... Oh, I totally fucked up. Okay, well, this is not an SS uniform, by the way. This is a, it's definitely not an SS uniform. It's just the emblem of a tank division. Let me just get a cap over here. It's good, not the one that's gonna offend people. I mean, what? Let's get this one. So now we're your tank uniform. There we go. All right. I don't like these hats, though. I think they're stupid, but beyond that. Arsenal. Garage. So that was the Befehlswagen Panzer 1B. Here we have the light, which this means light tank in in Czech. I'm not sure what the actual name was, like Lehky, Lhkye Tanky, or something like that. My apologies, Czechoslovakians for or Czechs and Slovakians for mispronouncing your language probably. But this is the predecessor to the 35, which is better known in the German army as the 35T, which is the predecessor to the 38T, which are the tanks that the Germans, well, they stole the designs for it. Well, they stole the idea for them, and they had kept the Czechoslovakians kept building them, and basically the Germans kept taking them over into their own armies. And they were used far into 1941, where there's actually some missions in Men of War, for Sarhinkels, for example, or GSM, where you get to drive these around in Operation Barbarossa. So this is the LT Model 34. It's kind of hard for me to tell you what gun it's armed with. It looks like a 37 or a 40. I can't tell you. Hang on. I can't tell you. Yeah, I can't tell you. Well, this is the driver anyway. Again, it sounds really cool. Try not to drive shittily. There we go. We have the loader seat, which is a very awkward position. We have the gunner's hull seat, which he has the machine gun. This is the hull gunner. That's actually pretty cool. Then we have the commander, who gets to fire the gun and get to fire the actual machine gun. Although I cannot seem to aim this down for some reason. And then we have the driver's seat again. So that's the it's a 37 mil. Okay, I was correct with the thing and saying it's a 37. Please do bear with me. You know, I'm not an expert on these tanks. Please don't hate me forever. I'm doing my best. So that's the light tank 34. Then we have the light tank 35, which is basically the same thing, but a little bit more modern design. As you can see, it doesn't have the, like, I think World War I feel like design anymore. This is a more World War II-ish design. Then again, I'm used to seeing this tank in the German army. Again, as a 4-man crew, we can actually turn out. This is actually pretty cool. We can turn out and sit over here next to the hull machine gunner. Was this invisible? Let's turn in. The gunner, this is the hull gunner again. We have the driver, the command. Or there's only a 3-man crew actually. This tank actually can aim and shoot. We can actually have different ammo. A TMO again, it says there. I'm not sure, but this is the other ammo. Oh, that sounds a lot heavier. Interesting. And then we have, like I said, we have the other gun. Let's try from the outside. That sounds so good. I love that. That's why I love JSRS. So it's another 37mm gun. Let's move up to the other ones. I'm not gonna drive these because I know they're gonna sound the same, but I'm gonna like show you like the 360 view. I asked the creators and they said that these emblems were actually meant to be white. And they're not like missing textures. They're actually like meant to be that way. I don't know much about Czechoslovakian war like mechanics during that time or at all. Sorry, Czechoslovakians, so I can't really tell you much about that. That's true or not. I also don't. I'm assuming that these are just different emblems for different panzer divisions or tank divisions or armored battalions or armored regiments in the Czechoslovakian army. So, for example, this is the 3rd, this is the 4th, this is the 2nd, this is the 1st Panzer Army or Panzer like. This seems like Panzer, and then this is like a group probably. So I can't tell it for sure. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. You know, please do correct me in the comment section. Actually, I always really like learning new stuff from the comment section when I make these kind of videos. Then we have the platoon commander, I'm assuming, which actually has that thing I've seen before in Banner Brothers, which has that little emblem with like the Tetris block. It's going to be the same thing. You know, it just has... the different emblem on the side. Now we have the light tank 38, which actually is a very cool looking tank. I don't know why, I've always had like a weird love for these early war tanks. I hope you guys cannot hear the phone ringing over there. I always had like a weird love for these early war tanks, and these, I like this tank just looks very cool. Let's take a look at it really quickly. There's also the 37mm gun. I love the effect on that. There's a machine gun. Has a gunner. Let's drive it for a second. It sounds different again, for sure. Really like the sound of that thing, but now if we're going to drift with it, I mean, it's not really drifting, but I mean, maybe because there's no terrain now there. This is definitely maybe because there's no terrain resistance in Virtual Arsenal. I don't know if there's even terrain resistance in the game anyway, but that seems a little bit off, realistically. Then we have the Panzerbefehlswagen 1 Ausführung B, which is the ambulance version. I'm not going to drive this because I've already driven the Panzer 1, so they'll all sound the same. But I can at least like show you. Thing is, there's only one crew member in this. It kind of bothers me that you can't like put a guy in the back or something, but there's only like one crew member in this. Then we have the Panzerkampfwagen 1 Ausführung A, which is the double MG34 armed version of the Panzer 1. We'll quickly shoot this around a little bit. Oh, it's MG13s actually? Huh, didn't know that. So that's the machine guns I used on bombers. I thought, oh, maybe because it's a very early version. I don't know. In Men of War, they're MG34s, so these guys probably did a better job on the... Okay, this is a Polish or a Czechoslovakian captured one. This is the Panzer 1B, which I've already... Oh, this might be the one then with the... Oh, this also has the MG13s. I'm confused, so maybe I'm an idiot then. You guys can call me an idiot in the comment section, because I am confused. Then the next one will probably be the Czechoslovakian captured... No? Wait. Is this a difference at all? Let's fire it. No, I don't see the difference in these two then. Maybe I'm blind. That's, of course, always a possibility. Then we have the Panzerkampfwagen 2 Ausführung A, which actually is armed with 120mm and should have an MG34 in there. So let's try and fire this one. We've got a 20mm gun, which just sounds amazing. Let's listen to this from the outside. Let's reload it, of course. Oh god, that sounds scary. Let's hit the ground. Listen to these explosions. We have the MG34, which is a really good secondary gun. And then we actually should be able to, I was going to say, this is the Spoor, which means it's going to have tracers in it. Sprenggranate, which means it's going to be tracer, I think. Yes, tracer high explosive. Looks really cool. Let's try this once again, because I think it just looks so cool. And those sounds are JSRS for sure. So that's the Panzer. Oh, I should probably drive for it for a second. Hang on. Oh, and I should turn out. Oh, that's awesome. That looks so cool. I just love the look of that. I just think that looks really cool. All right, then we have turn in. Let's get into the driver's seat and go. Again, sounds actually like Men of War. And I really don't mind that. I think that sounds really cool. And we have the, oh, let me get over here. Tonks. We have the Panzerkampfwagen 2 with the camo. This is the same thing. The Panzerkampfwagen 2B, the two, I'm not sure what the difference is between the two. This is something where even I have like no clue anymore, where the one, there's probably like a difference in like speed or something, but there's no gun difference between these two. There's no like weaponry difference, so I don't know. Then the C, which is definitely a Czechoslovakian captured one. I'm not sure the difference between the C and the B again. People will definitely have to tell me. I see like more, oh no, that's not even true. No, I was gonna say, I thought I saw more view edges. No, it just seems like a little bit more compact and like a little weird thing over here, but like I don't even I mean I think I'm a World War II enthusiast, but even I mean there's mud guards here I guess, but yeah, like most of the time I'm not gonna realize like the difference between like these inner type vehicles. That's the 2Cs, the 2C camo. Here we go. Here we get to the bigger boys. This is the Panzer 3B. There's a lot of different ones. I'm going to just go through these for a second, even though I don't... Oh, wait. Okay, this is different on these two. I'm not sure what the difference is on these, really, besides just the fact that they actually just look a bit different. This is a Czechoslovakian captured one. Czechoslovakian captured one. Okay, let's just try this around for a second. This has a 50 mil, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go to the commander seat. We should be in the top. We should be in that big cupola thing on the top there. That's where the commander sits, I think. We have a radio man seat, who also is, in most German tanks, also the machine gunner. Something I learned from Company Heroes. Then we have the loader seat, who's just here to sit around. We have the driver's seat, who's going to drive. Sounds really heavy. I love the sound of that thing. Turn the engine off. We have the gunner seat. Armed. Oh, actually, is it a 37? Oh, yeah, it's very early war. I'm an idiot. 37, very hard aiming thing here. Also an MG34 and a 37 millimeter. We have Sprenggranate and we have normal Panzergranate. Let's fire this. Sounds so amazing. Let's fire it to ground with the Sprenggranate because that's the high explosive ones. Let's fire again for the sound outside. Just fucking amazing. Like I said, I already showed you the other Panzer 3s, the Bs. Then we have the D, which I think there's no difference. I mean, there's probably a difference. Like, there's an engine deck difference here, but I can't. The engine seems to be covered. I can't tell you. I think this all should be the same. The D captured one, the D camo one is actually really cool. Here we have the Panzer 4A, which should have a 75. There we go, 75 millimeter gun. This is a very heavy infantry support gun. Let's see if we can fire it down here. That sounds awesome. Let's see if we can fire it a little bit further away. You can hear the shell being reloaded in its tank. That's really cool. Let's fire once more. And once more with the sound. There we go. The MG34 is back up. We have a commander seat who's going to look around. We're already in with an MG and the driver loaded to the driver. Doesn't sound like the Panzer 3, honestly. We can turn out. There he is. The radio man can also turn out, it looked like. Yeah, there you go. Pretty cool. I don't think the commander can turn out. Oh, we can actually. There we go. Well, I think that's fucking amazing. Even though he glitched through the fucking thing, I don't care. I just think this is really, really, really cool. Especially if you have like a full crew manning this tank and just like shooting and stuff. Right. So that's the Panzer IV A. Sorry, my bad. Then we have the Czechoslovakian captured one. Siri, shut the fuck up.
I couldn't find sorry.
What? Shut up. All right. Then we have the Panzer IV-A camo. Again, it's just another version of. Then we have the Panzer IV-B, which has a weird. I'm not sure what this thing is for. Actually, no, I don't know what this like guard is for. I've seen it before on some tanks, so I'm not sure what it's for. I think that's the only difference really between maybe like some other design differences here. The B, and the C, which has a different turret. You can see the turret changing. Oh no, I thought that. Oh no, that's just a model just changing around. Well, I honestly can't tell you the difference between these. Like I said, I'm an idiot. Sorry. I know a lot about World War II, but I don't know about the inner differences between like the Panzer III-A and the Panzer III-B like on top of my head. Then I'm gonna say this for last because I think it's really cool. We have the Tankette Model 33, which is a tank you see in Men of War and GSM and in Valor, which is a tank that the Polish and the Hungarians and stuff have. I'm not sure. I think this is a Polish tank. It has 2 machine guns. One for each, I think. As you can see, the driver, and there's a gunner which has one as well. Oh, okay, they fire at the same time. Never mind. What? Oh no, the driver can control both. The gunner can only. Okay, well, I just think this is a weird little tank. I cannot see this like. This is just weird. Oh, there's your 360, by the way. That's just a weird little thing. Then we have the railroad tank, which I can't get into because it glitched out for me. I'm not going to show you because it might break my game. But it has 2 Vickers, 2 of those machine guns over here. And this is a railroad tank, as you can see here by the weird wheels. It's a railroad tank. I can't get in because it glitched me, like I said last time. But it's I don't even know if it works in the game. And then we have the Stug 3 with the short-barreled 75 infantry support gun again. And I think this thing looks amazing. Let's just look at it. The driver's seat. We have the commander seat. We can actually turn out, which is really, really cool, I think. Like, this position looks really, really cool. We're going to turn in. We can go to the loader seat, which is very empty. We can go to the driver. I don't think we can turn out. No, the gunner should be able to turn out. Yes. And the gunner can turn out next to the commander, but we can also just get back in. There's only a 75 mil. There's no backup guns or anything. And I just think this is a really, really cool vehicle. Anyway, that was all the vehicles for the CSA 30 mod, all the vehicles, all the static guns, all the trucks, everything that's in the mod right now. Hopefully a video 2 will be coming soon with me showing off either the infantry and all their infantry guns and the grenades and the uniforms and the hats and the backpacks and everything. Or, also I just realized this is not the historical, like, loadout he's wearing, but that's fine. Or, hopefully, even better, I'll be able to show you some more CSA 38 multiplayer gameplay, where we'll be taking on some more Czechoslovakians playing against the Germans. Anyway, as always, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, and thanks for watching.